Finally, it's time for a new video. It's been a beautiful and long autumn with a lot to do. We have new neighbors here. In this video, I'll be sharing what we have been up to for the last few months. What can I say? I'm happy. It's been a while since my last video. I thought that I would be able to get this out sooner than this, but things happen, and there's been a lot of work at the plot, and not only the work takes a lot of time for the two of us, but also figuring how to build everything according to all the rules, and finding the cheapest places to buy everything, all the stuff that we need, and yeah, it takes a lot of time. And also I had my album out this month. I wanted to really concentrate on that, because that has been something that I have been working on for so many years, that I didn't want to kind of rush through everything. So I've been making the graphics and of course everything regarding the release, and but I'll put a link down in the description for the album if you want to take a listen. So that has been going on, but now we are in the place where we have finished a big part of the job, and all the log work is now done, and I'm gonna show you. So here on this end of the house, there's a lot of money underground. Most of our money. So there's the water pipe over there. There under the other bucket there's like the sewage thing, and these black pipes are for the rainwater. Yeah, there's the foundation for a little extension. Extension sounds like a lot, but that's what it's called. There's gonna be a bathroom and a little what is that, where you do the laundry. This is just waiting for someone to build the whole thing on top of it. So I'm not sure when that's gonna happen. There's my owl still there on the end of a stick. We had some woodpeckers making holes here. I read somewhere that owls are like natural predators for woodpeckers, so I made an owl drawing. And so far it has worked. I don't know if it's because of the owl or something else, but no more holes has appeared after I put the owl over there. I'm just moving the stick, so it seems like the owl is moving and real, so the woodpeckers don't get used to it. Here's how the house looks right now. Those blue insulation boards are not gonna stay. We're just using them to prevent the wind from blowing inside the house, because we're working in those rooms right now. We are only working on this part of the house right now to make something livable so we can continue with this side. It's much more straight than it was a while ago. We were lifting the house a lot, about 30 or 40 centimeters from that corner, and we couldn't get it all the way straight, because as we were lifting that side, on the other side of the house there were some logs that started to twist, so we needed to compromise on that. But I don't mind, because I think that it adds on the character. But I really do. I don't want a single straight wall in our home. So here on the back side of the house, all the foundation stones are now where it's a hunting season. All the stones are where they should be, and the house is now solid, on solid ground, and on solid rocks or stones. I'm still not sure if you call these rocks or stones. We were instructed to put some of those blue boards, like insulation boards, under and around these rocks. In some parts we decided to put those insulation boards in, but not under these rocks. We are trying to navigate between all the opinions and regulations and ideas, and that's the hardest part, because we are trying to build as eco-friendly as possible, and as you know, in a way that the house will last for a lifetime or two. I'm a bit skeptic of the new stuff. You know, there's a lot of old houses that don't have any of this and they're still fine. So we are trying to pick the best options the best way we can, but I'm not sure if we're picking the right things. And here you can see the log work. This part of the house was done this year and just finished in October, I think. This is looking so sturdy right now, and I'm so happy about this. And the guy is awesome, like a young fella. And yeah, I was praising him all the time, and I couldn't be more pleased of this. What I am regretting is that we didn't just remove the paneling before the log work started. Yeah, it would have been easier to put them back as a whole plank instead of trying to fix this, but I'm not sure yet what we're gonna do with that. So let's go in and see what we have done for the last 3 months. I'm trying to squeeze in here in the picture. So these here are the things that we started with this autumn. There's 4 of these all together, like 2 on this wall and 2 on the other side of on the other wall. You know, you forget when you reach a milestone, you start to look for the next, and then you kind of forget all the work that went into the previous tasks. But I'm trying to remind myself that we have gotten so much done, because, for example, here this was the ground level, like there was ground all the way up to here, and all of that has been shoveled outside thanks to our work party friends this summer, and that has been done around the house. Yeah, a lot has been done, and I try to remind myself that we have done so much already, and all the most hideous jobs are already behind us. But yeah, when you get tired, it's hard to remember those things. This is the room in the middle of the house, the small room, and I'm gonna show you what we have done there next.
I remember wondering why people say it's more work to renovate an old house than it is to build a new one. But I'm not anymore. Just getting everything we need in and out of the house takes probably twice the time that it would if there wasn't an existing house on top of it all. Here we are building the floor support structures in the middle room, which is the small room in the middle of the house. Luckily, the system is the same as it was with the support pillars under the walls. So at this point we kind of already knew what we were doing. which made the task, of course, so much faster. So by now we have built 9 of these pillars already, and it's a multi-step task. First we needed to figure out how many of these pillars we do need to build, where to place them, what height, what materials, then get the materials inside the house, then start building, which at times seems to take forever. I would lie if I would say that we're enjoying ourselves.
It was a task to dig those holes for these pillars. We came across with the boulders on 2 of these pillar holes. One was over there. There was 2 of the huge boulders or rocks. I'm gonna talk about rocks. Let's agree on that. And one over here. There was a lot of work. I don't know, 3 or 4 evenings we were just working on those 2 rocks over there. And then there was the other rock, and we tried to slice it and drill it and hammer it and raise it, and we even had to try to pull the rock out of the pit with a car that we parked outside, and the pit was too deep, so it just got stuck on the edge of the pit. I was so done with the rock and with the hole and with the digging and with everything. I sat down and just started to cry, and I sat there for like 15 minutes and just cried. This is a mind-bending renovation. You really are pulled to the limit, but there is nothing that beats Finnish sisu, so we're here still. So after we had built 4 of these wall pillars, we have to build 5 of these pillars in the middle of the room that will support the floor foundation, that will support the floor.
After the gravel beds were done, it was time to build some boxes for the concrete slabs. We're reusing almost everything, so here we use the old planks of the previous concrete molds. Of course, reusing and taking things apart again and again, it adds on the time we spend on these tasks. But at the same time, we're saving some money and some nature.
And at that point, we were also starting to build the foundations for the fireplaces. So we did 2 of them ready now, because we have to build the fireplace foundations before we can start to build the floors. Yeah, we decided that it's easier, plus it might even be cheaper to order a concrete truck rather than try to mill the concrete by ourselves. But there was a problem that October came and the whole yard turned into a mudslide. We needed to first order a truckload of gravel to make the yard drivable. truckload, we could finally order the concrete truck, and then we got all the concrete laid for the pillars and for the fireplaces. And then we continued to build the fireplaces. We have new neighbors here.
Rusty red on her shoulder, I was cleaning her shoe when it clicked on the trot over in the bright morning dew. We brushed and we braided dandelions into was a mutual arrangement we both saw into. Can she walk in the fire? Can she run a race? Can she make it up the maze?
So the day finally came that we actually started to work on the fireplace foundations. And like every other task here, these two started with carrying a lot of things around. You'll be seeing that a lot in my videos. This was once again a task we have never done before, but through some trial and error, this task turned out to be actually quite nice and a light job to do compared to everything else we have done so far.
Even still, I remember knowing she could feel it too. Was a mutual arrangement, we both knew what to do. She had a star on her forehead that was easy for her. When I let down her bridle, saw into her hazel eyes. We had a deep understanding, never had to use a bit. Was a mutual arrangement and an honest respect.
Everything was going smoothly until the winter decided to arrive, which left us stranded in our home.
Can she make it up the mountainside? Can she make it down again? I have often wondered if she'll go and jump the fence. Will she keep on moving onward or stay in what could have been?
I just noticed that I look like an elf in this ensemble. So now I'm here in the forest, downhill from our apartment, our rental apartment, and I was flying my drone a bit. So suddenly we have full-blown winter here. It came overnight, like literally there was no snow when I went to bed and woke up, and I heard like the road plowing truck thing drive by, and I thought that, whoa, there's gonna be a lot of snow when those are moving. And I looked out the window and it was like 20 centimeters of snow, and for a couple of days it has been snowing more and more, so now we're knee deep in the snow. But today is actually a very exciting day for me, because today is November 3rd, which means that my album is coming out tonight at midnight. So, no, this is the 2nd of November. Tomorrow is the 3rd, so like basically it comes out 3rd of November, but I'm just gonna stay up late tonight and wait until it pops up on Spotify, and I couldn't be more excited. I know it's like nothing for anybody else but me, but I feel like I don't even know how I feel like. It's something that I have dreamt of since I was a teenager or even a kid. I remember being like in the 2nd grade or something, and I was sure that I was gonna be a singer. And there was a lot of times when I thought that that's just not in my books, like it's not gonna happen, because I was too afraid to kind of put myself out there and ask somebody like, should we make up a band or something? I want to sing. After a while I just noticed that I can't live my life being scared, basically. I just thought that I have this one life, and that's the only thing that I want to do. So I'm just gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it all alone so that I don't have to ask anybody or like work with anybody else, because that's a bit awkward for me because I'm not the most social person. So to me it was easier to work for this for 7 or 8 years and learn to do everything myself. So yeah, that's happening tonight. So I'm making a cake tonight because I have a album release party tomorrow, which means 2 of my best friends and my husband are gonna go to the town and have some cheap grub and a few drinks probably and yeah, eat cake. But now I'm gonna go home and continue on the cake and then go to sauna and then try to stay up until midnight so I can hear my album. It's well, what can I say? I'm happy.
But there's a girl with diamond eyes. I take it as it is.
Oh God.
Could I do more than this?
Kato ihan niinku
Fell
levy.
in love with
That was before I absolutely destroyed it with the frosting that I wiped off.
Onneksi oli kuva tosta ennen kuin...
our own church warns us of ourselves. It hurts so much to hear them say we're
15 sekuntia.
ungodly.
Nyt se varmaan näkyy. Onkohan mä laittanut väärän päivänsä?
If someone
No niin.
sees us goes and tells,
Miksei se näkynyt tuolla?
wouldn't be
Olipa hyytelä.
the first to disappear in that
Sun
valley.
pakko kokeilla vähän läpi, että onko tullut oikeat biisit.
How lucky are the ones.
And this was my type of listening party for my first album ever. 2 humans and a dog.
I don't wanna cry. I don't wanna hide. But there's a girl with diamond eyes. Take it as it is. I could do more than this. I fell in love with diamond eyes.
It's that time of the year when the weather keeps changing constantly. So now we have snow. And I just finished work and now I'm leaving to the plot. We're gonna continue on working on the fireplace foundations. We haven't been able to continue the work there for like 2 or almost 3 weeks because there was the snowmageddon and then there was no winter tires and etc, etc. Yeah, I'm just happy that we get to continue because that has been stressing me out because nothing happens when we do nothing. Go figure. I I absolutely love this road that goes to our plot. It's so beautiful, especially in winter. God. Okay, I was wondering where my tripod is, but it's here, and I just noticed that it's broken. And I wondered what the hell is going on, and then I noticed that there's a roof board there that has fallen off the ceiling. And it looks like there's a second one coming soon. That's a bit scary because those are not light. They're like 4 centimeters thick, 3 or 4 centimeters thick. So it looks like we won't be starting right away with these bricks and with the fireplace, but we need to start putting something over there to the walls so that the rest of the floor roof boards won't collapse on our heads. New try. Yeah, so last night went like blew out of the window. We had to spend the rest of the night trying to fix the ceiling to stop it from falling on our heads when we need to work inside the house, because we didn't want to start taking all the ceiling planks out, because that always escalates into another thing you need to do or fix or something, so we're not gonna start with that yet. So we just put some planks on the walls that stop the planks of the ceiling from falling down. But I'm gonna go inside. Tonight we're actually are gonna get to start with the building, or continue with the building of the fireplace foundations, and yeah, I'm gonna go there and clean up, wipe all the stuff that fell down from the ceiling. We're moving ahead again, not backwards. Tonight we move ahead. Okay, so yesterday I got this place cleaned up enough so we could continue with this. We got one layer done, and my hope is that tonight we'll be able to finish this. I'm ready to get this ready. Ugh.
After a little hiccup, we were moving on again. At this point, we had already built the smaller fireplace foundation in the smaller room. It's incredible how much easier and quicker building is once you get to know how to do things. I still find it weird to see us build stuff, because 2 years ago we didn't know how to build anything. There was a time when even wallpapering was about to end our marriage. And now we're here rebuilding a whole house. But no matter how much new things I learn, that will never prevent me from doing foolish decisions. Like building a brick wall around myself and ranking my mobility skills too high.
Nostan ne tänne mulle sisälle, niin laitan ne tähän reunaan, niin mä koitan osua siihen larin päälle. Mitäs sulle tuohon pääsee? Vois mä joku, mistä mä saisin kiinni? Ei tämä on mahdollista. Käydin rauhallisesti. Onko tässä sun korjassa? Ohjaa mun jalka sitten. Osuuko se? Mutta mä sanoin, että eikö mä nyt tähän? fireplace-bike. We just finished with this last week, so now it's Sunday, and no, we finished with this week. Oh my god! This is where we are hoping one day to be able to get one of those big fireplace systems with a stove. I have a cast iron stove over at the barn I bought almost 2 years ago with 100 euros. So we're gonna use that, and then there's gonna be an open fireplace here in the corner, and then like a bread oven. I don't know what's that in English, but yeah. So that's gonna be a big thing that requires a lot of money. So I'm not yet sure how or when we're gonna be able to get that. But that's gonna be the main heating system at some point. So that is very important. What's next? So next step is for us to continue getting some more gravel inside the house. We are on a very tight schedule as it's getting colder and colder, and the pile of gravel on the yard is getting frozen. After the insulation boards are laid here, we still need to get gravel inside to cover them. Those insulation boards are this or something similar. I did not know that we need to use this at all, and at least this much. So I was trying my best to not use plastics here, especially this, that it kind of spreads everywhere when you cut the surface. So this is a horrible material, but on this part, on insulating these pillars and the fireplace, we decided to use these because we don't want things to start falling apart because of frost, because we decided not to use these boards. So we are gonna use these now in here, but the rest of the house is gonna be built as traditional as possible. So for example, for floors, there's not gonna be any plastics or any unnatural materials, except for the wood beams here. That's gonna be like a glued together wood or something. Yeah. And after that is done, we're gonna start with the floors. Period. I know I've said this before, that we're gonna start with the floors next, but yeah. Things take more time than I think. Every time it takes more time than I thought. And but yeah. We are gonna start with the floors. I'm hoping to be able to put out some videos a bit more faster than I have done now, but there has been just so much to do that there's no chance that I could have found the time to make videos like monthly or something. But I don't know, maybe I'll try to make these videos a bit shorter and publish videos more often. So but we'll see. Hopefully I have a video to put out in December also. Okay, I'm gonna go now. See ya!